tell you. She'd look around the corner, and the stairs were kind of up a corner. And she'd look around, make sure he wasn't looking. Mm-hmm. Right up the stairs.
Her favorite game. I'd be sitting on my chair, and the stairs going upstairs are right over there. And she couldn't go over the stairs. Mm-hmm. I mean, sitting here, and she'd go over, she'd look at me. And I'm looking at her.
We sat by her bed for almost 72 hours till she finally passed. She was tough. She was a good girl. I didn't realize that I was going down until I was in handcuffs and on the freaking Saturday news or Sunday news, whatever. They showed up with 7 or 8 cop cars, surrounded my house with guns and news wagons, and I was making spaghetti sauce. They told me to drop my weapon. My weapon was a wooden spoon. And next thing I knew, I was incarcerated at the ACI.
So you're at prison. What is...
They put me in isolation right away.
Why?
Because I'm a convicted baby murderer, all of a sudden. They put me in isolation to protect me. They have these girls in there that are from gangs and have teardrops on their faces, and I know what that means.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was horrified. Horrified.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. Lost half my teeth.
How did you lose that teeth? At prison?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
In prison?
Yeah. Fights don't get publicized.
So, you believed you were telling her story and that...
We were going to get justice for her. We were going to make it right.
And what was justice to you at that point?
Finding out what happened and why I was sitting in front of these people and the heck was going on and why wasn't he arrested and the whole 9 yards.
You've been charged. There was a period, was it 2 years before the trial?
About 2.5, yeah.
Was it 2.5? And how did you end up with Kevin? How did that
He's
happen?
my therapist's cousin. My ex-therapist's cousin. She retired.
In Connecticut?
Yeah, she sent him to come get me. I didn't even know who he was, but I saw his face and it was familiar. They look alike.
Do they?
Oh, and this guy comes for me out of nowhere. Tells me I'm going to get out of jail because I got bail. I have no idea what's going on.
Did you get bail?
Yeah. I got bailed out. Right away. Like
so
a
did
week.
You sit, the 6 weeks in isolation, when was that?
That was after I was convicted. That
okay.
wasn't initially.
Okay.
Initially, I was only there for like 10 days.
So tell us about the trial, how that felt. You go into the trial feeling confident.
Yes.
And then how does it go? Does it...
Just
you
all
have
of a sudden,
to listen to them put up their case against you.
Yeah, and
Dan.
Ferland deserves a Tony Award. I will tell you. I mean, this guy slamming his fists and raising his hands and just giving this god awful story to the jury. And here I am, just looking at everybody like I have no idea what's going on. I'd become a lot less confident and trust a lot less in the system. I really want to believe that system works, but I've been through it, and maybe it doesn't. They're already telling me I can never get justice for her. That's all I ever wanted, was justice for Jade. She was an amazing little girl.
Do you wish you had taken the stand?
I don't know if it would have helped at all. I don't know. I would have liked my dad to have taken the stand, actually,
Why?
because we lived with him. He was my babysitter.
I'm biased, though.
Yeah, I know, but I would have liked you to give your opinion. Hey, Dan and his dad gave their opinion. Why couldn't you?
Did you, did you tell the police and the AG's office? Like, I think it's him. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I think so.
And how did people respond when you were saying, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me? It's
Kind of blank. Nobody really had any opinion because they didn't want to give one.
She was delusional.
Yeah, a
That-
little bit.
She did it. She just delusional about it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of how they treated me. That I was delusional, that I'd done it, and I didn't realize I'd done it. And then I went to Walmart to go shopping afterwards. And they treated me like, really? I mean, if somebody's going to go shopping after they commit a murder, wouldn't they go to Federal Hill and go shopping for something nice and not diapers and wipes? Wouldn't you go buy shoes or something if you're like that psychotic?
At what point does your confidence begin slipping, and what can you do, or what did you try to do, or do you just feel like you
At
can't
that
do
point, I
anything?
couldn't do anything. I had all my faith in this lawyer. I had my faith in the justice system. I had my faith that I was a good mother.
Jury? What are you seeing in the jury? What do you?
I helped pick out the jury. I thought that they were okay. I don't know. Probably halfway through the trial when Furlan started throwing his hands in the air and screaming and yelling and cutting off Kevin, and it seemed like the judge was favoring him.
Did you see stuff in Dan that would have made you suspect?
Not till after. Not till afterwards.
There's not a corner in that house that I don't see her.
Still to this day, I
In
see
the
her
house
everywhere.
or in the yard.
In the yard.
Always something with something. And then to this day, I can still see her.
She had everything: pool, sandbox, toy box. She was silly spoiled. You carry a picture of her in your wallet?
No,
I do. What you got there?
this thing. This hurts me every time I get it
Toys R Us.
because I would got a lot of her toys there. And
I
got
still
her
carry her
Christmas
baby picture in
dresses,
my wallet.
and I had to take them back. He said, "Well, why are you taking them back? She's dead."
So, what happens with the verdict? How they deliberated? What, a day? I can't remember.
It was like not even. It was like half of the end of one day and half of the beginning of the next day.
Are you freaking out?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can barely breathe. I can't sleep. I can't eat.
I've heard he was very shaken by it. Did he ever talk to you about it?
No, and nor did he apologize or anything.
No. Would you like him to? What?
Yeah, I'd like the whole world to apologize. I would. And I'd like to see Dan hung by the freaking stakes in the middle of town yard, but they don't do that anymore.
How about Rick Corley?
He came forward himself.
To you?
I had no idea. No.
No, he went to.
He came forward. I was on my way down to the mess hall one morning. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted a cup of coffee. And somebody hands me, the CO on the way through, hands me the morning paper. And I'm the entire headline of the morning paper.
Seeing her in prison, knowing she didn't do it.
I think he
But
had...
as Dan's lawyer, he couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So he had gone to the Supreme Court counsel
Right.
Yes.
and gave the situation here. She's in prison.
Yeah.
He did it. Blah blah. What do I do? And they told him, you need to tell the AG and the defense.
Make a statement.
And that started the whole thing.
Yeah.
All I knew is one day I was in the paper
And what did you think reading that?
that I needed a cup of coffee. That it was too dang early. I don't know. I didn't know what to think. All of a sudden, I'm reading that I'm being released from somewhere that I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life. It
A lot of went a
Yes,
lot
it's-
too
was
fast.
so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, because I got a phone call from Kevin on Friday saying we got this letter, and
And you guys pressed it on
you
Saturday.
can come and get her on Monday because she's going out. And that,
Have the prosecutors said anything to you?
Heck no.
they don't want to look at me.
They're still trying to get the crow off their freaking plate.
So, how did it feel to walk out?
Shocking.
I know I never really realized, though, that you learning that your charge is dismissed on Friday, also because they issued that statement that Dan wouldn't be charged, so it can't feel altogether good.
No, it doesn't. That there will be no justice for Jade because they will not arrest him. That's all I ever wanted was justice for her.
How did it feel for you on Friday to have the charges dismissed?
A lot of it, I didn't believe it really, because the state has screwed us so many times
We've been through so
over the
much.
last 5 years that I heard that and I said, well, so now what are they gonna do? You know, they're gonna dismiss that, but then what are they gonna put on her this time?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm still wondering.